our neighbor congregations here in Beverly and in Wenham and Ipswich are seeking to form what's called an interfaith hospitality network. It's a model that's already been successfully built in lots of other places all over the country and elsewhere in Massachusetts, and it works like this. An IHN provides housing to people and primarily to families, but it doesn't do it all in one location. The not-for-profit group has a day center, a place where the residents can shower and do laundry, maybe get some help finding work or permanent housing, spend time during the day as necessary. But they sleep and they eat their dinner and their breakfast in the congregations that are members of this IHN. So each of these groups needs at least 13 congregations to get started. There are 4 currently signed up. And I believe that we have it within us to be number 5. So here's the way it works. Each congregation hosts a group of guests, no more than 14 people, between 1 and 4 families, for 1 week, no more than 4 times a year. So at most 4 weeks time. Folks show up on a Sunday. There's a shuttle bus that brings them from the day center to the congregation where they're going to be staying. They come with cots and replace it with sleeping mats to make them a little bit more comfortable. And the congregation provides volunteers to cook them dinner, to spend time with them and show them hospitality in their congregational space, and a couple of people to spend night with them in the church so that there's someone there in case anything goes wrong. Each morning, the shuttle comes and takes the same group of people back to the day center. And one of the good things about this system is that it lets those families with small children, with school-age children, keep their kids in the same school because their address doesn't keep changing. Their permanent address is the day center, and the school buses come there to pick them up. So, for 1 week, a few times a year, we would be opening our building to a couple of families, giving them just enough square footage to lay down some mats and some cots, but more importantly, giving them a temporary home for a week, making them, for that moment, a part of our congregation and community, demonstrating the hospitality that I know we are capable of. One of the great gifts of a program like this is that unlike almost all other forms of temporary housing, families do not have to be divided. In most emergency shelters, the men and older boys have to go one place, and women, children, and younger boys have to go to a different place. Here, the families can stay together. They can maintain some sense of normalcy, even in the midst of the chaos and confusion of being without a home. You see, we have this building, and it is very precious. Our capital campaign and our renovation of the church exterior make that very, very clear. We have shown the folks who walk and drive by that we are proud to be here, and that there's something going on in here that's worth checking out. I believe that we can agree that the people of Beverly deserve something more than the smell of our bread. So I am hoping that we have the courage and the compassion to share what we love, to practice the sort of hospitality that I know we are capable of in the noble spirit of Lillian Emerson and Cynthia Thoreau. Faith tells us that all people deserve to have the basic things they need to live, with a safe place of shelter and rest near the top of the list. But our tradition also tells us that in order for human needs to be met, human action is required. Our efforts are needed to make the world the place that it ought to be. We love this spiritual home office. It seems a blessing to me to be able to help others.